up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands, NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now, this one's not just any conversion video. It's a celebration conversion video because we have shot past 2,000 subscribers. I was like shocked. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. 2,000 subscribers is a milestone. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough. And for that, we're going to be doing a giveaway. My good buddy Bo Daddy, one of my Patreon members, donated the Gaslands Refueled Rulebook. They're going to be giving away to one of the subscribers. So if you're not subscribing yet, make sure you subscribe. We'll give the details about the giveaway a little bit further on in the video. But first, let's get to the build. For the build, we're going to be taking this 1970s Honda N600 Off Road Matchbox and converting it into a badass Wastelands vehicle. Not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing with it yet. Obviously, I'm going to strip it down. I may jack it up, stick some big tires on there, weapons, armor, all that stuff. Just going to make it badass. It's a celebration of you guys, my subscribers. I can't thank you enough. First things first, you know what we got to do? We got to get this baby apart. Get her into the stripper. Alright, so we're all primed up and ready to go. Just did with the grace here, just to make it quick. It's nice and sunny out today, so made it pretty easy. For the coloring, I think I'm going to be going with some of the SMS metallic, the steel. Actually, I think I'll use this one. There's a little bit less in there. But I'm also going to be mixing some red in with it to see what kind of colors we get out of it. Regardless, it should give us a pretty good base on whether we want to do like striping or a decal or anything. It should work out really well for rusting and stuff. Haven't decided any of that, just taking it one step at a time, kind of like how I like to do things, unless I have a plan, which I don't this time. Haven't even decided on wheels or anything, so let's get the coloring down and then we'll go from there. Again, this stuff is the acrylic lacquer, so make sure you're well ventilated space, mask, everything else that you need. Be smart, so let's get this thing painted. Alright, so everything's all painted up. Came out kind of a brick red. I think I put more red than the metallic, so there's kind of a sheen to it, but not as much as I was kind of hoping for, I guess, but still. Looks very cool. Like I said, looks like a little brick that you'd throw through someone's window. Or not, or, you know, don't do that. Anyway, got the armaments and everything all picked out, the wheels and stuff. The RAM is coming from Anvil Industries. The lift kit, this is from We Play Games on Etsy. The tires are from Angel of Combustion on Etsy, and then the armor and the weapon are coming from Warlock 3D. You can get their stuff on the files on Colts. For the body, how I think I'm going to paint it is I'm going to be using the AK marker to do a stripe right where it looks like it should be. Just to give it a little bit different definition stuff going on there. For all the metallic parts, I'm going to be going over it with the speed paint markers, the polished silver. There's several of them, so that'll make everything kind of pop out. For the headlights and taillights, I'm also going to be using the speed paint. I'm going to be going with the blood red. I'll probably go over the lights in silver first, just so you can see the red. And then I'm going to be going with the magic blue for the headlights and the KC lights. So that's the plan. We're going to get all this stuff painted up using the SMS Surfacer Black. Dry real quick, goes on real easy. And yeah, then we'll go from there. But a plan is beginning to form, so let's make it happen. Alright, everything's all painted up and ready to go. Now the next step we're going to do before we get it all together is do some weathering. We're going to start off with some agrax, go over the whole thing, and then we'll do some chipping and then we'll get it together before we do any rust work, just because I like to do rust work on all the bits and pieces along with the body. Now, before we do the Agrax, I went ahead and hit it with some clear coat varnish, because I have noticed that a lot of the pins, whether they're AK or the speed paint, the paint will run once you start putting on Agrax or anything else. So just one coat of varnish, everything should be fine. Now for the chassis, I went ahead and cut out a portion right there, and that's because I want it to appear like it's more lifted in the front, or in the back rather, than the front. Should look pretty cool once it gets all together and stuff. So let's go ahead and start the weathering process, and then we'll get it together and see what else needs to be done. But looking pretty cool so far. Alright, so we're all chipped up and a little bit of weathering and stuff going on. Looking very cool, looking vastly different than where we started. It almost has like a devilish look with those the KC lights going on top. So next we're going to start getting everything all together before we do any more weathering, rust work, or anything else like that. Got everything all painted up and ready to go, so we just got to start gluing stuff together. So let's get that done and see where we're at. But yeah, it's looking pretty badass. Alright, so we're all painted up, chipped up, put together, ready to go. I did a little bit of silver on the chipping as well, just to kind of make it so it looks like it's even down to the bare metal. Probably didn't do enough on some areas, but it'll get covered up with a lot of the rust and everything else. For the rust, I'm just going to do my normal method. We're going to start off with some Green Stuff World rust texture. I'm only going to be doing a little bit. I don't want it to look like a rust bucket. I just want it to look like it's been weathered and sitting out in the wastelands for a while. So start off with the Green Stuff World rust texture. Like I said, the medium oxide rust. Now we're just going to put it around like the edges and stuff, and on the ram. Maybe a little bit on the gas tank in the back. You know, you got to have a gas tank in the back, especially when there's bullets flying, because where else is a safe place to put it? Let that dry, and then we're going to hit it with a little bit of the Dirty Down rust. This stuff, this combination together is just amazing. Once all of that dries, and it's really important to let it dry, because otherwise it'll just flake off and it'll look like crap instead of rust. Once all that dries, do a little bit of dry brushing with the MIG rust dry brush, just a little bit, and that's going to give it, it's going to go over the texturing and stuff to give it the actual more of the rust look. And then finally hit it with a little bit of the AK panel liner, just on a couple of spots to make it look like it's even darker and more corroded and weathered and everything else. Once that's all done, we'll dust it up. Haven't decided if I'm just going to do some of the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl, like the bone or something, or go with the AK accumulated dust. Either way is a good option. Get all it, weathered up. Once that's all done, we'll do some glamour shots, and then this thing will be good to go to be released into the Wastelands. So let's start getting rusty. Alright, and there we have it. One 1970 Honda N600 Off Road, recreated, reborn, rebuilt, ready for the Wastelands. Had a lot of fun doing this. Love all the parts and pieces. The vendors they came from are great. The paint vendors, just outstanding. Really enjoyed doing this one and really happy with the results. Now, for the giveaway. Thanks to Bo Daddy who donated the book. This is going to be the Gaslands Refueled Rule Book. Love how that light reflects on there. To be entered into the giveaway, You have to be a subscriber. This is going to be for US subscribers only because overseas shipping is just insane. So be a subscriber, like the video, leave a comment on the video on what you think this vehicle should be named, because every vehicle needs a name, right? I will have BoDaddy pick the winner based off of which name he thinks suits the build the most and the one that he likes the best, and I will post the winner in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, you learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, battle reports, whatever. So if that's for you, hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, you can even request a custom build. If you'd really like to show some love, head on over to my Patreon page and get signed up. Every bit helps keep the paint flowing, the printer printing, and the camera rolling. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.
Boom!